4 months from now, we will have an incredible victory, and we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. We'll very quickly make America great again.
You've been sleeping for too long, trying to wake up and get strong, yeah. Wake up.
You're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning.
So because, 10 years ago, we had a global order, the liberal order. Then this order was repeatedly attacked, not only from outside, also from the inside, even from the United States, which was the architect, to a large extent, of this order, with the election of Donald Trump, which says, I don't care about any kind of global order. I only care about my own nation.
Today, an indictment was unsealed, charging Donald J. Trump with felony violations of our national security laws, as well as participating in a conspiracy to obstruct justice.
Because together we can truly make America great again for all Americans. So I want to just tell you what a great honor this is. I want to thank you. I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Hi, chat. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show. First things first. If StreamYard craps the bed, and I'm only going to bring it up now because I know people are chuckling, oh, this is my fault. StreamYard just isn't working right now. Apparently, it's been cutting people left and right as things go on. If I go down, we're going to go straight over to Rumble. So YouTube goes down. We're just going to keep moving. Don't know. Apparently it's happened to a bunch of people, so we'll just prepare. Anyways, guys, welcome to the show. If you guys are new, my name's Potentially Criminal. I'm also known as Sean. I am a attorney in the Cleveland, Ohio area. Normally we talk about legal topics, and there are legal topics here tonight to talk about, but this election, and the aftermath of it, and the road to January 20th, there's going to be a lot going down, and I do think it's worth covering. I mean, obviously, yes, you could tell I'm probably, yes, I know Angela said it, yeah, Barf, I know, and I understand. Yes, I certainly, I'm a fan of Donald Trump, but I do think it's important. We can see what's going on here, but there are going to be a lot of challenges. There are going to be a lot of interesting things going forward to see, just address what's going on. So thank you all for being here. I think there's, some serious stuff, but there's also some funny stuff. A little bit of both. And Eric with a K says the NSA, a government organization that actually listens to you. How well do you know? Am I on Rumble right now? Yes, Rumble is up and running until, I went through all the hoops to do Rumble tonight, and I made sure it was working as soon as the earlier stream crashed and burned. We'll try to cover Nick Fuentes more in depth on Thursday night. There's, nothing. We're not going to go back in time around that one. Yeah, guys, YouTube didn't take the stream down. Nobody took it down. I didn't violate YouTube rules. Literally, StreamYard, for some reason, quit transmitting to YouTube. So, don't really know. And it's okay. Yes, Starlink interfered. Yes, it interfered. All right, so let's get started. A lot's happened, guys, and lots happened just recently in the past couple of minutes. So the first thing of all, we're going to get to is with Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. This is, we are. I said it before, chat. Nick Fuentes macing a Jewish woman in the face and attacking her. We truly live on the best timeline ever, chat. We truly, truly do. Real quick. Trump wants us, what is StreamYard? StreamYard is the web platform I use to stream to YouTube and to every other thing. A lot of people use it. It's very simple. It's pretty straightforward, easy to use. So that's what this is. The other competitor is OBS. So with that said, though, we are living in the best timeline, chat. Whether or not you think Nick Fuentes did something right or wrong, it is hilarious what is happening with him. But we have other developments that are just as funny here. And this one is, we're going to start off with this, a statement from President Donald J. Trump, the Trump-Vance transition team. It's from today. So, yes, this is not a joke. This is the announcement of the great Elon Musk. That's so weird seeing it capitalized like that, but hey, whatever. Working in conjunction with American Patriot, I love how this is all listed out, Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. Doge. They let Vivek and Elon do this, but there are some mad lads in Trump's team. This is hilarious. His press team has got some edgy boys. So if I'm lying, I'm dying, chat. This is really what it is. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration, dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies essential to the Save America movement. This will send shockwaves through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people. We have very much a lot of people. It will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. If they end up nuking DC, that's fine as well. But yes, Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of Doge for a very long time. To drive this kind of drastic change, Doge will provide advice and guidance from outside of government and will partner with the White House and the Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform, which will probably get nowhere. Let's be real. Let's be real, chat. This is probably not going to get anywhere. It's based as based can be, but are they really going to get this to work? No. And there's too much civil service protection in the way. Federal employees have a lot of protections under federal law. So, I love it, but if he pisses these people off, it'll be good enough. So he said, I look forward to Elek. That's their name, Benefer, Elek. Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and at the same time making life better for all Americans. Importantly, we'll drive out massive fraud and waste which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending. Yes, $6.5 trillion. It's a lot of dollars. They will work together to liberate our economy and make the U.S. government accountable to we the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4th, 2026. I don't know how they think they're going to be done by that date, but yes, that is the 250th anniversary. So maybe that's going to be the final thing. They're just going to nuke half of DC. Or while everybody's out of the office, they just call in airstrikes on buildings. I'm fine with that. A smaller government, more efficiency, and less bureaucracy will be a perfect gift to America on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. And yes, chat, the Emperor of Mankind gets to preside over that milestone of a birthday. 250 years to the old girl. I am confident they will succeed. Oh. Nero says, how long did it take Elon to clean out 80% of Twitter? Oh, within days. So, yes, imagine that Trump ends the Federal Reserve that day. Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Will this actually happen? Nope. I don't think they will. Not really, but it's going to cause a lot of problems for the bureaucratic state. So we'll just deal with it. We'll just deal with it, chat. Maybe we get the best case scenario, we get to laugh. Worst case scenario, nothing happens. But at least we'll get to laugh. Jefferson Post says, how many positions can they nuke by pulling security clearances? Per civil service law, you can sue to challenge that stuff. If you guys remember watching Oppenheimer, the movie, that's what happened to Oppenheimer. They used his security clearance for political purposes. So there are protections for federal employees. They will, yeah. I can't wait till Trump announces Anbu. Yes. Like I said, I hope they do it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's going to happen. This is just another grift. I'm sure it is. But you know what? If it's going to cause people in DC heartburn, I'm all for it. Torgo the White over on Rumble for $1 says, have you seen the Vivek interview on Tucker Carlson recently? They have a strategy to circumvent civil service protections. It is hilarious. Well, it should be pretty good. You guys hear howling? Yes, you do. Don't the sons of bitches have a union? They do. They have unions, but many of them just have civil service protections anyway. So, for example, yes, air traffic controllers have a union, but even then, they're still subject to civil service laws and protections. So the union's like a layer on top of the law. So there's a lot to protect them. Sargek20 over on Rumble saying, they never do, and it's sad. Yeah, I wish my NSA agent would text me, and he's sad they never get texted. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. Agbao Kim is saying the USDA does not have a union. You change your avatar, and ooh, that's interesting. Baldwin says, how come Reagan got to threaten them? See, this is actually an interesting story because I know the lore. So the air traffic controllers were part of, prior to the strike, when they went on strike, they were part of PATCO, the Professional Air Traffic Controllers Organization. I think that's what it's called. Hold on. Yeah, Professional Air Traffic Controllers Organization. They were founded in 1968. It was kind of their trade union. So they went on strike. And in the middle of that, the federal government said, you can't strike. It's part of your agreement. And it was part of their agreement. And it was part of, you're not allowed to strike as an air traffic controller. We don't want airplanes, just... Although if you ask a lot of air traffic controllers, they'll tell you they believe in the big sky theory, that the sky is really big and airplanes in reality are just really small. So they'll all just miss each other. And, pilots have good eyesight. So the PATCO controllers, they go on strike in 1981. And it was an illegal strike. And it was so illegal, they got decertified as a union. So, hold on one second. Tim says, yeah, because planes never hit each other. Well, most of the time they don't. So what happened? Well, the controllers went on strike and they were told, go back to work or you're fired because it's an illegal strike. And a bunch of them called Reagan's bluff. And Reagan fired a shitload of them. There are and I only know this full story because my parents are air traffic controllers and they scabbed in. They were hired. And, my dad remembers going to take the air traffic controller exam and there were PATCO controllers out there calling them scabs and all kinds of shit. My dad's like, for the time, it was like, they're offered smoking fucking money. And you didn't have to have a college degree at that point to be an air traffic controller. So he goes in, takes it, and yeah, my parents. That's how my parents met. So Ronald Reagan is responsible for me being alive. So anyway, they got fired, but there are a bunch of them who did go back. A lot of them, a significant number went back to work. And it was interesting because I ended up having to do, in high school, I did like a whole thing on it. And I talked to a bunch of them that went back. And it's like, they said it was like a whole different thing before the strike. And then after the strike, it's like night and day. So, yeah. They'll just let anybody be in air traffic controller these days. It's actually kind of hard to get into it. It's not it's a tough gig. It's a tough gig. Trump once says, "You aren't that young." Yeah, I am. I'm 39. I'm 39. So yes, I was that young. That those Patco guys were still around, 2002, 2003 time frame. But yeah, Ronnie is the reason I'm here. So he fired him, and he does have that authority. But you have to, if they fuck up, you go after them. Joe Schmo says it's hilarious that planes are running into the on each other on the tarmac now. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Moan says, "Damn, you look 60." I understand that, but I've been going Grace forever. Been going Grace since 14. Been going Grace since I was 14. So, Buddha Belly says, "Oh my gosh, you're a baby." I know, I am. And the funny thing is, when you guys talk about like, oh, well, planes can hit each other. Like, I used to, before 9/11, you could go to work with your parents and like go to work with dad or mom day. Yeah, guess what I got to do? I got to like direct traffic. You get to sit there and read the strips off, and you're like, "Jetlink 58495, maintain current altitude, change your heading to, 040 degrees." Like, you get to do all that kind of stuff. It's fun. Tell my mustache. Yeah, I forget who it was who was trying to make fun of me. They act like I just dyed this little bit. And I'm like, no, it just never changed. And then I've got these weird little like winglets that don't change. And it drives me crazy. My affinity for towers started here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, anyway. Is that why I have plain autism? Oh, no, that existed on its own. All right, so let's keep going, though. That is something that Vivek, I just don't think it's going to work well, chat. There are just a lot of protections, and, just sometimes for the lulls is a good enough reason. Sometimes for the lulls is a good enough reason for things. We do have, and this is kind of getting into the cabinet issue. If you guys aren't aware, yes, there are cabinet positions in the government. You guys may have heard of them before. I hope to God you've heard of them before. But if not, we're going to be talking about it because there are cabinet positions that are up for grabs currently in the Trump administration, along with other leadership positions. Men shouldn't have winglets. I don't want winglets. It just happens. So, hold on here. I'm not going to answer about the phone. No, we're not talking about foaming. Anyway, we're going to talk about Trump's cabinet real quick because there have been some updates today, quite a few. Yes. Run for Secretary Lamau. All right, chat. So here is currently where we are. Here's where things stand currently for Trump's cabinet and other important positions. Marco, if you guys didn't know this is just free trivia knowledge for you. This is the actual, well, at least for the secretaries, this is the order of succession for the secretaries of the cabinet should, they all die. And then if the president, the vice president, speaker of the House, the president pro tem of the Senate, they all die, where do you go from there? So that is the That is the how this works. So if you start killing everybody, well, who do you go to after the president pro tempore of the Senate? After that, you go straight to the Secretary of State. Now, we think it might be Marco Rubio. We're not sure. There's been allegations for it. We don't know. That said, Secretary of the Treasury is completely open. We have no idea about it. Secretary of Defense, we actually learned about this tonight, kind of in between the shows. The Nick Fuentes show. Pete Hegseth, former reporter on Fox News. He is also a U.S. Army officer. Currently holds a rank of major. He was an infantry officer. He will be nominated for Secretary of Defense. Now that's good. I mean, people might complain. It's like better than having the guy who used to work for fucking Raytheon coming in and being your fucking Secretary of Defense. So yes, no little Marco. Yeah, I don't know if Marco. I don't want Marco, but right now he's been talked about. Attorney General is blank. We don't know. Secretary of Interior, we don't know. Secretary of Agriculture, allegedly people are saying Thomas Massey. I don't think he wants to do it. Secretary of Commerce, Labor, Health and Human Services, Housing and Urban Development, Secretary of Transportation, Energy, Education, Veterans Affairs, and Department of Homeland Security. We don't know. We don't know yet. Chief of Staff. This is probably actually one of the more important things on here. That's Susan Wiles. She is one of the Trump co-chairs for the campaign. Chief of Staff is actually very critical. The Chief of Staff is the person who controls the gateway to the president. They're the one in charge of whether you get to see people, who gets to see the president, who doesn't see the president. The Chief of Staff is kind of like the hand of the king. They get to set a lot of options, a lot of things going forward. So the Chief of Staff is a very critical thing here. Also, Donald J. Trump, the first female Chief of Staff ever in the history of the White House, in the history of the presidency. So there you go. Yes, Susan Wiles has been around forever. She's been around since Reagan. She's not a neocon for the most part, I can tell. Well, Chief of Staff controls all the other children in cabinet. They control access to the president, but they actually don't have a position of authority over them, like an official one. Press secretary, we don't know. Maybe Alex Jones. I just want him to do it for the first day. They just come out like, oh, yes, let's go, globalists. All right, you globalist lackeys, let's do this. I just want him to come out there like sniffing salts and go like, ah! That would be the best. That would be the best. Border czar is Tom Homan. He is the guy who was the director of ICE that is famous for going toe-to-toe with AOC in Congress. So he will be there in charge of the border. The idea being the border czar, that's been around forever, since the 80s, using czars, people in charge of all the shit. CIA Director John Radcliffe, he was the Director of National Intelligence in the first Trump administration. So that one's been confirmed. FBI Director, we don't know. All we know is Christopher Wray is getting the fuck out of town and is running away. That's a shame, since they should have guest press secretaries like SNL host. That would be funny. That would be funny. That would be very, very funny. Lois says, I haven't updated with all of today's announcements. Well, there's a bunch of things on here that I'm not covering, like Mike Huckabee being the ambassador to Israel. Like, that's not critical, in my opinion. Lee Zeldin, congressman from New York, is going to be the EPA administrator. Remember, guys, the head of the EPA is an administrator. He is not a secretary or a director. The national security advisor for Trump will be Tim. How do you pronounce his name here? What's his name? Michael Waltz. Sorry, Michael Waltz, not Tim Waltz. Why did I say Tim Waltz? Anyways, Michael Waltz He is a congressman, former congressman. He is also apparently, because somebody checked into the math on it, the first member of the special forces to get elected to Congress. He's a Green Beret. He was a lieutenant colonel in the special forces. I'm a little concerned about him because he was Dick Cheney's counterterrorism advisor, which I'm like, I'm a little sketchy about that if you run around sniffing in the Cheney family's side of things here. That makes me a little nervous. UN ambassador will be Elise Stefanik. She is going to be going out there to screw with them. And then JD, obviously vice president. He's kind of part of the cabinet, but he's a critical person. And also, I need to make sure I had positions filled here in pictures. We have JD Vance, the first Marine vice president. So there we go. Douglas McGregor should be Secretary of State or National Security Advisor. He should be on the National Security Council, very much so. Nate Matthews says Jimmy Dore Vance. Yeah. And Chris Didio says the UN ambassador is another Zionist spot. Well, okay, chat. I mean, like, let's be real here. We're going to have red table talk, okay? Trump was going to win. Do you think he was, like, going to do this free of Zionist influence? Like, I mean, like, AIPAC got their hands and all, they got their fingers in all the pies. I'm just saying, it's, let's just be real. Like, it's just, it is what it is there. Yeah, that is not, there's just no way to say she's not. Also, Kristi Noem is, yes, this has been confirmed as of this past hour. She is going to be the Director of Health and Human Services. Good. Why are there no farmers in the chat? Well, I think Noem's a rancher. So, no, I'm sorry, Homeland Security, not Health and Human Services. DHS, not HHS. When's the last time the president got elected without AIPAC support? I don't know. Keep the Kushners away. I don't know if Kushner's had I mean, think about it, chat. You haven't seen a lot of Kushner or Ivanka around on the campaign trail. So I think I think they're out of the way. I mean, you can keep them people at bay. There's no way to get them out of your life completely. So that is and hold on one second, chat. So it all depends. It all depends. But yes, if you thought you were going to get a Trump administration free of Zionism, well, I got news for you. Oy vey. That's not happening. Yeah, L'chaim. Word on the streets that Netanyahu is Kushner's godfather. Oh. So, yes, Kushner did do one thing great with the Abraham Accords, but other than that, he completely fucked up Trump's policy decisions. So, so that is kind of where we are now. We'll put Kristi Noem on the chart later. But as things are happening, it looks like the Trump administration is filling out their cabinet pretty quick here. Remember, though, guys, that's a lot of positions to fill. A lot of positions. You got to get like a Treasury Secretary. There are probably some people in the running for Attorney General. Also, keep in mind, there are likely in the next year, within the next 6 to 12 months, 2 Supreme Court justices that are going to bail. Very likely, we will see the departure of Alito and Clarence Thomas. Paul Farrell says, plan to just take the wait and see tactic for who Trump puts where. Yeah. Yep. I think it sounds like Marco Rubio is going to be the Secretary of State. I don't know if I like that, but can't win them all. But yeah, I agree. We're not going to try to play like, oh, who else could it be? That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Looks like we're probably going to get Judge Ho. That would be pretty good. Justice Ho. Yeah. Put a Ho on the Supreme Court. Sweet Tooth says, no, not Uncle Clarence. Clarence Thomas does not want to die in the Supreme Court. He wants to go out. He said before, he wants to go out and enjoy his retirement and drive around with his wife. And they have the big bus RV thing. He likes going camping, although it's like glamping with what they have. But he likes seeing America and being a tourist and going out and see the world. He likes doing that. So he's not going to stay in this job forever. He's not going to pull Ruth Bader Ginsburg on this. No, he's not going on to hell of gunfire. That would be hilarious, though. Oh. Put man on the Supreme... Motherfucker, what about me? What about me? Yes, he wants to go fishing a lot. So... Cash Patel might be taking over the Attorney General. That would be fucking epic. Having him running the DOJ. Oh my God. People actually might pay for things for once. That would be very interesting. So if I got nominated, Chad, I'd still come here. We'd still do shows. We'd live stream the oral arguments. Because why not? What are they going to do? Kick me out? I'm Justice Sean. Pull up my phone and be like, click, here we go. There's rumor he'll take Attorney General, FBI Director. Yeah. Ted Cruz will be good on the Supreme Court. Yeah, or Mike Lee. Both those guys could be there. So, yeah, TTS is... Yes. Yeah, that'd be great. Nate Higgers, 9,004 for $5 says. That'd be great. That'd be great. Oh. Gold Mongo says, do you really want the Zodiac Killer on the court? I don't know who he'd want. Oh. Yes. I had tower building to the gallery. Yeah, that would be very interesting. Yeah, Kevin Dorr, this is the good stuff here, yeah. And I've heard this too about Walls, that he's all about Iran and Ukraine, and he voted for FISA renewal. Yeah. I didn't know about the FISA renewal, but I knew about his Ukraine position. Once again, like I said, if you're kicking around the Cheneys, I don't want you. What about director of the ATF? Well, yeah, that's another one. I could do both. I'll do the ATF, and then I'll go be on the Supreme Court. So... Bab says Vivek will be nothing. No. Vivek is going to be part of the... we just talked about this before we came on. Vivek's going to be part of the... He's going to be part of this beautiful organization here, cutting down government spending and waste. Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. He is going to be here. This is where we're going to find Vivek. Him and Elon are going to lead the Department of Government Efficiency. That is where they're going to go. Yes, Switchies, no cap. Yes. Yes, this would be great. Yes. $5 super chat. Fuck Sotomayor. Diabetes going to get you. Thanks, Nate. That'd be great. Oh my God. That would be a horrible TTS in there. That'd be a horrible TTS. James Reed says $3 trillion needs to be cut. I don't see it. I know, but here's the thing. Let's say they cut down like $500 million. That would be a massive blow anyway to the administrative state. They knocked out $500 billion. I said million. $500 billion. That would be a freaking monstrous blow at that point. So you take what you get. You take what you get. Dan Bongino on the list. I don't know. He always kind of weirds me out. Bongino kind of weirds me out. So we have a couple. There's some memes out there. You guys have never seen this before. This is the president of Argentina before he was the president of Argentina, talking about what he's going to remove from office as far as Argentinian governmental bureaucracy.
Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Ministerio de Ciencia y Tecnología e Innovación, afuera. Ministerio de Trabajo, Empleo y Seguridad Social, afuera. Ministerio de Educación, Adoctrinamiento, afuera. Ministerio de Transporte, afuera. Ministerio de Salud, afuera. Ministerio de Desarrollo Social, afuera. Se acabó el curro de la política. ¡Viva la libertad, carajo! Ministerio de...
So there you go. That's hopefully what happens there. I don't know if it's going to be that good, but I certainly can't hope so. Yeah, there's also the idea Ken Paxton will become Attorney General too. We don't really know. But people like Kash Patel, having them to go through and just like clean house like Elon and Vivek might be the better thing. Might be the better thing. Or, yes, who would lie about not September 11th? Well, yeah. Yes, I'm going to. Yes, he did take a chainsaw to all his government organizations. Was this guy an Oasis? No, he was not. He was not. Free Daniel Penny. Yes, there's going to be some updates for him on Thursday. And if you guys are new, you haven't been here before, we do a live show every Thursday night at 9:30, covering a lot of cases, criminal and law-related topics. We do that every Thursday night at 9:30. So hope to see you guys there. Daniel Penny will be among many of the things we look at. And YouTube is still holding out, knock on wood. Torger the White says, wait a minute, the vice president is last. I had to make the chart and having him up at the top. It was just out of the way he's already picked. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter. All right, chat. So moving on from there, there are some other things that have been going on. An example, one of them is Steve Bannon. You guys remember Steve Bannon was kind of the architect of Trump's victory back in 2016. And he has a case ongoing with the We Build the Wall Foundation, and he's being charged in federal court with fraud. Or he's being charged in court with fraud. Not in federal court, but he's being charged with fraud. Anyways, this is the case that's being brought against him. And it's interesting that they're not postponing it because Trump could get in, he could start taking care of business. But here we go. This is him coming out.
Mr. Bannon, do you have any comments?
The people have rendered their verdict. Overwhelmingly, they reject all of this. This is why the radical Democrats are out of power.
Now he says this is the people rendered their verdict. That's why they reject this. You guys remember Bannon was charged and then convicted for contempt of Congress, spent a ton of time in jail throughout the summer. But that is what he got out, and now he's dealing with this. And this is done in New York State Court, so we'll see what happens there. We don't know. His federal case is done, but he is still dealing with the local case. Yes, he did 4 months. Yeah. All right, actually, there you go. You feel like you made it when Sean highlights you. There you go. Okay. So yeah, we'll see what happens with his trial. Yeah, Bannon doesn't give a fuck. Yes, that's correct. So we'll see. I think that he's got an option of taking care of things there for him. Fractal Failure says, who's this judge who keeps throwing out the gun laws? Oh, Judge Benitez down in San Diego. He's old, though. You don't want a Supreme Court justice that's too old nowadays. Got to get them on when they're like 40 so you can get 30 years out of them. Merrick Garland should have gotten the same charges. Don't you worry. There's still time for that. There is still time for that to happen to Merrick Garland. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. There will be time for that. There will be time. Okay, so we've got from here, there is, speaking of court cases at this point, we've got some other things to talk about here. One of them is Trump's situation down in New York. Remember, he was charged and convicted with all those counts of falsifying business records by Alvin Bragg and the corrupt district attorney's office down in Manhattan. So he still has to deal with the sentencing for that. And we've been having these issues there about what are we going to do with this case? Because at some point they've got to address it. Golden Mongoose says pun it till he's not the president. Well, no, because at some point it's going to get appealed and you can't just keep it going forever like that. That would be, I mean, you could just postpone it till he gets done. That's kind of preposterous. So, yeah, at that point, Trump could just say, fuck you, come get me, and they would never be able to get him. Because the Secret Service would just kill whoever comes after him. So, what will happen? Well, there were some discussions, and those discussions led to some letters being released. And these aren't necessarily letters, but these are emails. But this is how, just so you understand, in the East Coast, this is how you submit things to a court. The way courts do this, it's done by letters. And it's very interesting how they do it. But this is how they do things here. So this is, and you can see from the title, it's a request for adjournment. And an adjournment means a continuance, basically. This is, once again, as I told you guys before, every state does everything differently. New York is no different. They do all the stuff the way they want to do it. But it's a request for an adjournment. So they say, Dear Justice Merchan, we are writing to advise the court that on Friday, the defendant asked the people, and that means Trump asked the prosecutors, and that doesn't mean Trump asked like these prosecutors, it's his attorneys, asked the prosecutors for a stay of these proceedings in order to provide time to review and consider a number of arguments based on the impact of this proceeding for the results of the election. Defendant, once again, that should be capitalized because he is the defendant. His forthcoming certification as president-elect on January 6th and his inauguration on January 20th, 2025. And the alternative, the defense represented they intend to file a motion on Monday to stay all proceedings before the court. Now, this is where the people, the state, the prosecutors agree these are unprecedented circumstances, and the arguments raised by defense counsel and correspondence to the people on Friday require careful considerations to ensure that any further steps in this proceeding appropriately balance the competing interest of a jury verdict of guilt following a trial that has a presumption of regularity. Well, I think we could probably disagree there. And two, the office of the president. That's a pretty big thing to balance against. I mean, you're balancing involving a 900-ton rock. Have fun with that. Oh, you guys can't see shit. There you go. Sorry. I see you guys. Oh. Thanks for not sharing the screen. Well, you're welcome. Now you had to use your mind. So they want to suspend the presumptions here, but yes, balancing the jury verdict and the office of the President of the United States. I don't know how the hell you balance that. More importantly, I think once this gets to an appellate court, they will probably overturn some of these things here, given the irregularities. But yes, I love their belief that they were entirely above board. It's like, I don't think you guys were. I think you guys were pretty sketch, personally. So they say, accordingly, the people request the court adjourn the upcoming dates to afford the people time to assess these developments and set the November 19th as a deadline for the people to advise the court regarding our view of the appropriate steps going forward. The state is consulted with defense counsel who consent. Respectfully submitted, Matthew Colangelo. And if you guys remember that name, Colangelo is the guy who's kind of like the DOJ and Biden hatchet man who has come out to help take care of this once and for all. He's been involved in all the other things that have been going on. But right now, they're asking for more time. They want more time. We're not ready. We are not ready. Porcelain Thunder says, what about Judge Nipples Engeron? That case, remember, we covered that a couple weeks ago, the Judge Engeron case with the civil fines and all of that regarding bank loans. That case has been argued on appeal to the appellate court. We're waiting on them to issue an opinion. So that one's up in the air. We don't have an answer for that right now. This is a good question, though. Now, from here, there is a certificate of service saying that, Todd Blanche is saying that, that my co-counsel, Emil Bove, transmitted the enclosed communication, causing a true copy to be emailed to Justice Juan Merchan and ADA Colangelo, among other counsel of record. So that was just their acknowledgement they did it. And this is from Emil Bove. This is the one in response. You can see they come 8:33. This one's 9:36. So they say, Dear Justice Merchan, we join the District Attorney of New York's request to stay the existing scheduled dates, including the dates for a decision on the pending presidential immunity motion and sentencing. There are strong reasons, and they say under the Supreme Court's decision in Trump v. United States and the Presidential Transition Act of 1963, the special counsel's office recently sought and obtained the same stay of relief in the District of Columbia. And guys, if you know what that means, that's Jack Smith. Jack Smith has agreed to, basically, they're going to just dump the cases, which he's not even going to bother letting Trump fire him. He's just going to quit. Now they point out they're going to consider dismissing both of their prosecutors. The stay and dismissal are necessary to avoid unconstitutional impediments to Trump's ability to govern. They say we are prepared to make a submission regarding these authorities in support of the stay request by noon tomorrow. If that would assist the court, please let us know. And then from up here, this is one of the court staff, and he says, "Hey, prosecutor, hey, defense attorney, we've received your emails. The joint application for a stay of the current deadlines, including the decision on the defendant's motion until November 19th is granted." So there has been more time given, 1 week. And they say, as per the people's request, the people are to file with the court off calendar your view of the appropriate steps going forward. Please make such filing no later than 10 a.m. on the requested date. So that is where we are. So Trump's case is kind of in a holding pattern. So Afex says it was trash. We knew it. We didn't think he'd outrank us by the time he went to court. Yes, that's very true. So +1 for the chip on the shoulder. Yes. Now, obviously, chat, that the Fani Willis case is not going to go away. Some of you might be wondering about that one. She's not going to give up. She after being embarrassed like that, she is not going to be able to do a goddamn thing. But she's never going to dismiss the case. The one thing I will say she probably will do, sadly, is though all the other defendants, she's probably going to fucking just burn down without hesitation. She is going to be very dangerous to people. Very, very dangerous. Yeah, she says that the law is hard to carry about, but I make it bearable. Well, thank you. Let me see here. Yeah, they gambled Trump would lose. Oh, they 100% did. They 100% did. They thought Trump was going to lose. I'm sure they did. That's why they didn't feel like worrying about it. And then Cosmo says, did you censor the emails? No, those were pre-censored from where I downloaded them from. So they got released. I'm sure those are actually part of court documents. So those have been released to remove personal identifying information and stuff. And email addresses. You guys don't know how she got reelected? Guys, hold on here. You guys are just you guys are being a little ridiculous here. Just a tad, just a wee bit here. Real quick, and since we're going to use this to show it as a great teaching aid, the current House, the Republicans have the House, but they're officially, according to the New York Times, 206 to 216. But going to the presidential race, we're going to Georgia here, chat. And this is Fulton County. Fulton County went 72% Kamala Harris, okay? 72%. So there was a here is the example. Here is the race down in Fulton County. Fani Willis had 340,000 votes, chat. 340,000 votes. Courtney Kramer had 160,000. You guys need to it is what it is, guys. I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of like what I hate to use The Wire as an example here, but Mayor Tommy Carcetti, as he said to people, I wake up white in a city that ain't. It's hard to win like that. There's a lot of racial politics involved. Remember, Fulton County is also corrupt as hell, but it's also a Democrat hotbed. So it's got a lot of things going for it that help Fani. Dark Lord says her resume wasn't aligned with being a prosecutor. It didn't matter anyway. She could have been the second coming of Jesus, and Fani probably would have won. She probably would have won. But there's the racial element in politics. There's going to be the Democrat element in the politics. I mean, it's just, then there's the cheating element in politics. So I'm sure a little bit of all of that played a role in it for Fani. So she's not corrupt enough to be DA, yeah. Jesus was a person of color, no. Well, it's not really clear. Because by that point in time, the Romans and the Phoenicians and the Greeks and the Macedonians had come through and done their thing, so it was a fairly white area. Just saying. Trump wants us to win his skin deep. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Now there are people, and this is where we're starting to see the development of Blue Anon, because you guys remember QAnon. Well, there were allegations that a lot of bomb threats were called into multiple polling locations. And these were bomb threats were called in that closed down voting stations in multiple districts, predominantly black areas. So there are arguments that that's a Blue Anon. Well, that kind of like that. Anubis Ash says, hold on here real quick. Says, I like your mug. Care to link your merch store for those who are interested? Yeah, so it's got this. And it's got that, and that should be just down below. Actually, hold on here. Let me bring the link up. Hold on here, chat. But yes, you can get all kinds of stuff from the merch store. And it's on Teespring. And I just used that because it was the easiest one to work with. But I will put it in chat so you guys can have it. But it should be down below when you click the links and find it from there. But yes, here is Potentially Criminal. CreatorSpring.com. Yes, and Katie says she likes her shirt. Yes, we have all kinds of stuff there. Haven't really stayed on top of things as much. But yes, going through the Karen Reed trial, you can, as the Canton police in Massachusetts were doing, using just cups to collect evidence. From the George Kelly trial, we have his wife, the old lady Meemaw, who was a shark towards the prosecutors. We have from Florida, and I don't know if you guys remember this. As he wrote to the judge, the defendant was an experienced bondage master. And yes, he 100% was, as he told the judge he wanted to be killed. There's a couple shirts you can get with that. And then we also have if you guys like Clyde, you can get a Clyde approved t-shirt. It's got his face on there. He looks so cute. I don't know if Clyde's going to come in tonight. He's still kind of healing up. Let's see. And then also, if you guys like, as quoted by Mr. Medicare, you can get a shirt. And also knows the fat guy Nick Ricciardi yelled at. Like I said, you get it where you get it, chat. You can get this thing, Nobody Talks, Everybody Walks. Or if you want to, you can get Just Because You Did It Does Not Mean You're Guilty. And you can get that all here. You can get, and this is also going back to the Darrell Brooks trial, the Brooks Coffee Company in Wisconsin serving the best grounds. So you guys can find all that stuff there. I need to put some new things up, but that's all the stuff you can find over on there. And let me see here if I can get Clyde real quick. Hold on, chat. Whatever. He doesn't want to join in tonight, chat. Yes, we do need Chef Clyde merchandise now. Yes, we are going to need to. No custom luggage tags. Those, I was struggling to find a place that would do them where I didn't have to buy like 1,000 of them and hold on to them and mail them out. So I couldn't get anything there. So yeah, I was trying to bribe Clyde with the doggy dope, but he's not even. I don't know what his deal is right now. It's weird. It's like he knows when I'm on, because when I'm on, he doesn't necessarily like come up to me, But anytime I'm just sitting here watching stuff or doing work, he just comes up and like starts putting his paws on me, like, pick me up, fat man. And I'm like, where did you come from? Why weren't you here earlier? Yeah, Clyde dined to ditch. It's the camera light. I don't actually have the lights I have on in here are the same lights I have on all the time. And I've showed this before if you go to locals, but you guys could see my studio setup. And it's not really like anything crazy. I don't have like lights behind, like the, fancy lighting things. I have LED lights with like cardboard hoods on some of the lights. That's my thing. So he thinks I'm weird talking to myself. I don't know. When I'm playing squad and yelling at people, he doesn't seem to mind. So anyway, chat, that's where we're going from there. We got the Bannon thing out of control. So anyway, getting back to the issue of what's going on, these people on the left, they think there are bomb threats that were called in by the Russians. And I think it's actually believed that there are Russians involved with this, allegedly. It's not necessarily 100% clear. Anyway, with this stuff, these people on the left are losing their goddamn minds. And this guy here is a great example of one of them. His name's Jim Stewartson. He has a page on the farms, but he's an anti-fascist, and he's got an American flag, a Ukraine flag, and a pirate flag. He means serious business. So this is things they want the POTUS, Joe Biden, to do right now. They want him to declare a national security emergency, declare Russia a terrorist state, replace Christopher Wray and Merrick Garland with fire breathers, stop all transitional briefings, launch a massive investigation of the Russian interference. They also, and this is something a lot of people are pushing for, they want recounts in all the states where the Russian bomb threats occurred. They want to lock the doors in the Supreme Court until the investigation is completed. This is very interesting. It gets better. You guys are like, oh, he seems rational. Yeah. Take action to secure national secrets from traitors. Oh, Kash Patel and General Mike Flynn are suing the fuck out of this guy, by the way. Unseal and unclassify all evidence about Donald Trump. Nationalize SpaceX, Starlink, and Twitter. Denaturalize and deport Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and David Sachs. Have a Secretary of Defense recall and imprison all insurrectionists, including Mike and Charles Flynn. Mike Flynn has a brother, if you were not aware. He's like, I could go on. Are you really letting this happen, Joe Biden? Are you going to be the last American president? Now, he's not the only one that says this. This is a growing thing here. This is something these guys are pushing for. These people are getting out of control. You think it's bad now, wait till Thanksgiving. Wait till November. Wait till states start certifying their slates. We're going to see, they're going to pull you guys did. I calling it now. You're going to see people trying to push their own slates of electors saying, well, you guys did it. That means we can too. Ha, ha, ha. That's going to happen. I think, here's Clyde. So they are going to do it. Wait till Thanksgiving. Mike says, what would you put on the chances on January 6th for the Dems? I could see Antifa showing up and doing something somewhere. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it. So, 100%, I could see it. Now, you guys are saying, where's Peter Thiel from? Peter Thiel is from Germany. He's from Deutschland. He was born in a country that doesn't exist anymore, technically. It's West Germany. But, yes, he's from Deutschland. Trump once says, I have my doubts as well. Yeah. But, yes, this is part of the reason why I'm doing this show, guys. I think it's worth it. I'm not going to do it every night because there's not like that much stuff every day. But I think it's important to know and see how this is starting to escalate. Like, we're here by Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, guys, is like remember, 2 weeks from today is the 26th, and we're still not at Thanksgiving. It's 2.5 weeks away. And then Christmas is another month after that. I mean, think about how 2020 was going. These people are going to get fucking desperate. I mean, we're basically going to see QAnon in reverse. We're going to see Democrat QAnon. It's going to be even crazier. And you guys know how crazy QAnon was. Fractal Faye over on Rumble says it's happening. Yes, it is. Yes, they're also claiming Starlink changed votes. That is the other funny thing here. This is the additional thing here, and this is starting to fuel what they're saying here. That Starlink and Elon Musk. It's a left-wing conspiracy. Well, it's an election conspiracy. So they're alleging that Elon Musk, because apparently he had some sort of app or information where like 9 o'clock rolled around and he's like, yeah, Trump's got it, and left. So he, they're spreading the theory that all the information for the election was being transmitted on Starlink terminals so that way Musk could hack it. Well, using that to get the vote tallies transmitted, that's how they fucked with things. But that's voting machines aren't supposed to be able to be connected to the internet like that. So I don't know why they would do that. Anyway, that is the funny part here. But yeah, they are going to be, remember, if you guys thought the Q stuff was crazy and they're like, oh, there's a Dominion server in Germany and the U.S. military seized it. It's like, yeah, this is going to get worse. This is going to get worse. But yes, voting machines are not connected to the internet. So it's very interesting what they're doing here. But yes, it's to the point where even PolitiFact to be on here to fact check. Yes. Oh, yeah. Peter Thiel is also from PayPal and Palantir. Yes. I'm changing politics, chat. Oh. I'm burdened by what has been. Yes. Trump is definitely going to be unburdened by what has been and what has happened. Yes, Blue Anon. Yes, and I think it's mock them when you see them. Call them Blue Anon. If you have family members, call them Blue Anon. They deserve to be ridiculed. Is there a gay Anon? I don't know, but yeah, chat, it's going to get really bad. Do I see things getting kinetic on a mass scale? No, but I guarantee you there will be some kinetic incidents. Do I see some bombings? Oh, yeah. I mean, I would be surprised if there isn't another attempt on Trump in the meantime. I predict that'll happen, especially after give it till after Thanksgiving. They probably will make another attack. So we will. Yeah, that was Twitter. The app was literally people talking crap on Twitter. That could have been it, maybe. I don't know. Who knows really what it was? Who knows how Trump... Musk may have had access to his own polling data, too. Who knows what he really did? Nicholas Taylor says, do you think there were shenanigans in Arizona? Yes. Yes, 100%. 100% there were shenanigans in Arizona. I mean, now it's come out that in Maricopa County, they sent the wrong ballot paper out for the machines. So... we'll see. We'll just see here. Evan S. says nothing ever happens. And I would agree with, nothing has ever happened. We had a guy try to shoot the president of the United States in the fucking head. That happened. That 100% happened. Literally, we had a happenings. A pretty big happenings. Now, we're going to have unrest. We're going to start having, I don't know if it's going to be the Proud Boys again showing up to crack Antifa skulls, but you're going to have people standing up to Antifa. You're going to it's going to get interesting. We will be doing riot streams on this channel, I guarantee you, before January 6th and before January 20th. Mark my words. And then when I'm wrong, you could say nothing ever happens. But we are at the point of things happening. We are at the point of things happening. So, the Proud Boys need to get out of the January 6th prison to back up the cops. Well, most of the Proud Boys aren't doing that anymore because they're kind of like, that was fucked up. And also finding out you've got, feds, like Enrique being a Fed boy, didn't make a lot of them happy. Yes, blue and on, yes. So, but anyways, this is getting back to the Starlink manipulation. Like, it's so bad, PolitiFact's like pants on fire bad. So, and they say if your time is short, here's the TLDR. Now, they're just pointing out this is all fucking stupid. They're pointing out that this is all bullshit. I mean, that's how bad it is. Screenshots from threads, and that's the other thing. All the people on Twitter, they're like, I'm going to Blue Sky, I'm going to Threads. It's like, you're going to come back to Twitter very quickly. Fractal Fair says they have their own Lamau, they have their own 5G conspiracy, yes. And Joe Schmo says he's a PayPal mafioso along with Musk. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You say that like it's a bad thing, being a PayPal mafioso. So, anyways, that is where we're going with that. So there are some issues there. And let me see here. We are done with this one. We're done with this one. Leave. Okay, so yes, getting back to some voting nonsense here. We're going to kind of wrap this up here, chat, a little bit. Blue Sky, more like blow guys. Mike says, if Trump said he'd let you pick one person for an open position in his cabinet, who would you pick and who would it be? I'd put Matthew Whitaker in as Attorney General. That bald guy who was like a fucking gorilla who fucked everything up. That is who I would do. 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 That is 100% what I would. That's what I would do. Mr. Blue Skies, what's wrong with Blue Sky? Just asking. Well, hold on one second, chat. Oh, 2.0 had a question about something. She was trying to make a joke, but apparently it went like right over my head. Happens a lot because I'm an idiot. But yes, Blue Sky, the app Blue Sky for, the Twitter comparison, it's not going to work. I mean, they're going to go over there, but it's like anytime something happens, True Social or insert whatever you're going to do. Guess what happens? Everybody came back to Twitter. Remember Parler? Like you're not going to be able to start another thing. It's kind of like Rumble or anything like with gun related YouTube. They start like the Full 30 and this Pepper Box thing. Like they all fail after a while. So you can't compete. You cannot compete. Where is somebody said on here? I missed the comment here. But yes, Mr. Blue Sky yourself, you're fine. You're fine. You're allowed to be here. But it's just going to be their own echo chamber at the end of the day. And There's not going to be a lot of people there. They won't be able to make any money. Like Elon will be giving away money, and that'll be it. That'll be it. Let's see here. So, Tucker Carlson for Secretary of State. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Getting back to the voting, though, chat, there is a bit of an issue with the voting here. And this is brought up by Unwokeness. They posted it. And yes, once again, a 330 ballot dump cost us a critical waste in Wisconsin. And this is the case. This is the race for Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovida. And this is the Wisconsin Senate race. As you can see, about, I don't know, like right around 4 o'clock in the morning, we got a little there. A little fortification, chat. A little fortification. It's like we've seen this one before, huh? It's like we've seen this one before. Candace Owens for press secretary? Hell no. Absolutely fucking not. No, I don't want her being press secretary. God, she's awful. Insufferable. No, guys, in Wisconsin, the race between Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovda, that was less than 30,000 votes. Less than 30,000 votes. Now, if this independent guy was like a libertarian dude, fuck him. If he's an independent in the sense of like Green Party, whatever. But this guy had more than enough votes to cover the gap. That's how close it was. So that vote dump was probably only a handful of votes to get over the top. Tony Hinchcliffe for press secretary. Oh boy, that would be great. That would be great. Tim Dillon would be funny too. That'd be great. It could just be like every press briefing could be fucking kill Tony. That'd be great. Yes, Lois, this is a great thing that people on the left are asking. What happened to the 20 million votes from last time? Gee, I wonder what happened. And sometimes they're figuring it out. It's funny to watch. Oh, yeah, send Tony Hinchcliffe down to Puerto Rico to be like the governor of Puerto Rico. That'd be funny. And Deitois says Shane Gillis, but is dressed as Trump to be press secretary. That would be funny. That would be funny. So, yes, anyway, there was some fortification, it looks like. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Getting to some of the funnier stuff that's going on here, we can talk about a little. Just a little bit, chat. Just a little bit. This thing here, this is a press rating. It's a weird thing they're using Brian Stelter because he hasn't been on CNN in a while. But look at all these people. Joy Reid, she's down 50% in viewers. These are like a lot of these people, NBC and MSNBC rating collapses. 40%, 67%, 40%, 50%. Chris Hayes. Like I know this name. I know Joy Reid. I know Ari Melber. I know Chris Hayes. I know Morning Joe, and I know Andrea Mitchell. But I don't know who the fuck Stephanie Rule is, and I don't know who Alex Wagner is. So, but like, look at these ratings, though. They are just taking it. And it's not just because the election's over, people quit watching. It's because they were lying and their viewers are pissed off about it. Yeah, CNN is firing a lot of people now. Yes, people deleting their Minecraft servers. Mike says, isn't Trump good for ratings? Well, yes, their ratings got high because there were people like me when we were doing the election stream trying to find them and watch them lose their fucking minds. But, that didn't go as well there. Trump wants us. Who's Pete Hegseth? We already went over this. He is a former Fox News reporter and anchor. He is a infantry officer in the he was in the Army. He's now in the reserve. He got deployed a couple of times, and he's going to be the Secretary of Defense. That's who he is. So there you go. I hope you've heard it now. Nothing really special about him. He's just not a military industrial shill, which is good. Tim Cass just talked about tonight he's snatching up advertisers from SNBC and CNN. He called Trump the podcast president. Oh, 100% he is. Get some Clyde trees straight from Purdue. He'll get watch some ads for you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Tim's really sniping off things like that, but yeah, the internet is going to become flush with cash as legacy media starts dying. Yeah, he's got like 7 kids too. He's like 44. He's got like 7 kids, man. What is it with Minnesota dudes and like having a shitload of kids? I mean, it's pretty trad. Although you wonder what he considers trad too. They also had good ratings during Trump's first term catering to TDS. Yeah, but the thing was, this one they've lied so much, a lot of people have left them. So, Elena Haba is going to be press secretary. Yeah, she could be. Let's see. Hold on here. What do you guys? Yeah, never mind. I'm not answering that question there. Yeah, California is still counting ballots too. That's the crazy thing. That is the crazy thing. Let's go. Brandon says, "Are you gonna go to the corner store or raw dog it when it's 30 outside, 30 below outside?" Yeah. Yes. Yes, very true. Very true, chat. There are a couple of there is, and then there is one more thing. I thought this was actually pretty funny here. This is the real Donald Trump. So this is really him. They need to change this to 45th and 47th president. But it's 94 million followers, chat. So this is the West Virginia football team. Here you go. That is so damn funny. It's so funny that he is now the being supporting Trump is punk rock. So oh yes, 10 million hate followers. Yes, the Trump floss. Very true. Pepsi Man says I saw another football team doing the Trump dance in the end zone. Yes. And Afix says, did you see Kamala paid Oprah, a billionaire? She paid a lot of people. They started out with $1 billion in cash, and they're now $20 million in the hole. It's because they wrote checks to everybody, performers and celebrities left and right to come in. So it's not a surprise at all. It's not a surprise at all that they're out of money and they're that far down. Everybody due to Trump. Yes. Ashley says Trump will be the 47th if Biden lets Kamala in. Biden won't let her, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I don't know. That's James says there were tons of football teams doing it. I didn't watch a lot of football this weekend, so. Harpo, yes. Beyonce got $10 million. Yeah. She got $10 million just to show up. She didn't even have to sing. She showed up, said, come vote for Kamala, and then left, and everybody got mad. He says Nick Rekieta for drug czar. Ah! Ah! Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, chat. Eminem got paid the least. I wonder why. And imagine what Taylor Swift got. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. TV says Trump meets Biden tomorrow. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Let's just double check. There are no other big developments. Okay. Let's check. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, chat. We had to have a dog decision. Let me see here. We're just double checking. There's nothing new. Nope. There are no new updates. Trump hasn't released like a 11 p.m. who we're putting on in things. Oh, Ron Coleman says he's not seeking employment in the next administration. So, yeah, we're not seeing anybody else here yet. So, no new updates. Okay, so we got to get some. Alex Jones for UN Secretary General. That would be hilarious. Is Clyde okay? Yeah, Clyde's all right. Clyde's all right. Stabby, no, I did not see that. I heard about it, though. I didn't hear anything officially about it. Mike says, would you support Brandon Herrera as ATF director? Yeah, but I love how he's like, it'll take me 100 days to shut him down. I'm like, dude, I'll shut him down in 10 days. And then halfway through the 10 days, I'm going to sell the building to the U.S. Air Force and turn it into a bombing range. And then on the 10th day, I'm going to leave and not tell anybody about what happens when it gets bombed. So that would have been my plan. 100 days, shit, I'll turn that into a smoking hole in the ground in 10. That would be my plan. All right, so we got to catch up on some things here. All right, so Pathetic Hermit says, Sean, every day you don't confess to committing wire fraud or multiple felonies, try knowing someone who scored your polycule is a good day. Very true. Sweet Tooth says, where did the foamer in you come from? I am not a foamer. I am not a foamer. Kale Burke says, damn, Sean, you're teaching me stuff again. Well, there you go. Been there, done that, says for $4.99. What are your thoughts on the liberals disowning family friends that voted for Trump? I mean, it's fucking stupid. Like, your family. They're your family. It's not going to change. Like, your family's the one thing you can't change. And to get rid of them for that, that's just nonsense. That is just nonsense. I think it's just stupid. I think it's stupid, but they're stupid people. They're people governed by irrational insanity that's gripped them. So, I mean, people who are going to do that, you're better off not having them in your life until they get better. So, I guess for you, if it happens to you, it's a silver lining. Anyways, Clyde, hey, come here, buddy. Hey, are you feeling okay? Come here, Clyde. Come on. Come on, Bubba. Hey, come here. He was sneaking around in here. I don't know what he was up to. Keith Patrick says, if modern dogs are the result of our ancestors domesticating wolves, then it should reason that chickens are from our ancestors domesticating dinosaurs. You know, get you thinking, get you thinking. Paul Farrell says, plan just to take the wait and see tactic for who Trump puts there. Why go navel gazing and jumping at what may be rumors? Oh, I know. That's why I've been waiting to see confirmation, either in multiple news sources or I see the Trump thing coming out. So that's why my deck is not full yet. Jefferson Post says Trump did have 4 extra years to consider this. Yes, he did. And instead of having him 4 years in divided government, yeah, fine. He'll take 4 years of like a House, a Senate, and a Supreme Court in his favor. Paul says also for $2, it'll be sad to see great Uncle Thomas retire. Yes. Yes, it will, chat, but hey, the man's done his part. He's done his duty. And oh yes, Kevin Dorr, we already talked about this. Yeah, Waltz does scare me a little bit. President-elect Phil Swift says Steve Bannon for press secretary and Brandon Herrera for director of the ATF. Yes, that would be very funny. Ian Dobb is a new member. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate your support, man. Pilgrim Media says, Did you know Nick was that big of a degenerate? No, I had absolutely no idea. I mean, like, to the scale, no. No, I don't think a lot of people did. I mean, I don't know, though. At least for me, I could say for me. Clyde, hey, come here. Hi, Clyde. You're down by my feet. Come here, bud. Do you want up? Come here. Come here. Hey. Hey. Do you want up? He's just like, it's weird. He's just like making laps in the office here. I don't know if you can hear him click clack. Ashley shows up for $9.99. Just left you speechless. Thank you, Ashley. Bass has been a member for 5 months. Or Bass. Is it a Bass with Bass or a Bass with Bass? Says uncensor the emails. I'm like, I can't uncensor them. Maddie B says, ooh, Sean make Clyde coins. I've thought about it, but I like the idea that Clyde coin is not a real thing. Oh, hold on. But yeah, no, I don't want to make Clyde coins because it's funny that it's not a real thing. If we make it a real thing, I feel like that kind of takes some of the joke away. Yes, another 2.0 sidebar will call. Thank you. Correct. Yes. But yeah, I don't want to do a physical Clyde coin. I should sell Clyde coins in the merch store like a challenge coin. Yeah, the thing is, though, you can't... you're only limited to what Teespring gives for merchandise. And it's hard because they limit what they do. And otherwise, to have, like, challenge coins, I'd have to, like, package them and sell them myself. So, like I said, as much as I think it'd be funny, I kind of like the fact it's not a real thing. Or I thought about getting, like, a giant one, like the size of, like, a foot wide, and having it set up on the shelf back here. I'd be like, I'm the exclusive holder of Clyde coin. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe that'll happen one day, chat. Get it machined out of brass so it looks like it's gold. It's not a real thing. Next, I'll be telling you Santa isn't real. Yes. Yes. Scheming the design now. Multiple people have talked to me about doing Clyde coin. Don't worry. Dark Lotus says we need a sidebar counter. Funny. Oh, funny. Alice says, Russia. Yes. George Gator says, Safa Trump supported. Safa. Yes. Suffer at the hands of your Israeli masters. Foss says, oh, this guy's a rational human. Yeah, talking about Jim Stewart. Yeah. And James says, I thought Ukraine had the fascists, Lamau. Yes, they do. Logan Orr for $10 says, fun fact, you can still listen to the Cuban government broadcast spy numbers on shortwave radios at 9330 kilohertz. It's 2024, but they still live like it's in the 50s. There are multiple places that do number stations that are part of intelligence operations still, though. The U.S. runs number stations. Russia still runs number stations in Europe. It's force. It's for their spies. Like it is still a valid means of communication. You can find them out there if you listen on the those SDR apps here on the internet. You can find them once in a while. Fractal Fair is like, yeah, just do like a Chris Chan coin like Null did. Just make it expensive. Yeah, I don't know though. Half Irish says The Handmaid's Tale March. Yeah. Although I really still haven't watched that show. I mean, it really does sound like it's like women just having rape fantasies or something. Just being dominated. It's like E.G. Carroll says women like that kind of shit. So, who am I to argue? AJ Arguello for 10 memberships. 10. Thank you very much for the support and the generosity. Debbie O says, and I missed this earlier. I didn't realize it was a super chat when I saw it at first. Elon says there are 428 federal agencies and certainly 99 should be enough. Yeah. Yep. I mean, remember, guys, he's not going to cut the government all the way down, but think about it. If he eliminated 10% of government, our lives would just change drastically. Drastically for the better. So, yeah, thank you for the super chat, Debbie. And Debbie also with 10 memberships. Thank you both very, very much, guys. Ashley says the Proud Boys aren't the thing anymore. It's Patriot Front. Well, those guys are all feds anyway. They're matching uniforms and gear. And other active clubs that will make the difference. No, they aren't feds. But you may think that. I don't know what to tell you. I know too well. Patriot Front is feds. If they're not feds, I'm surprised. Like, how do they have all their gear? It's marked up and all that. Like, how are they being funded? So it's just a thought. Just a thought. If they're not feds, they're doing a good. They're doing a really good job of convincing me they are. T-Ree with the 149 super sticker. Thank you. And then Squinty Cat for $20 says, "Did I hear Clyde coin?" No, you did not hear Clyde coin. Teespring is ran by the feds. Everybody's ran by the feds. Sounding Six says, yes, get 0.999 peanut butter. Oh. Do a Clyde coin for the 5K locals gift. Yeah, that would be funny. 2.0, you're going to tell him? Yeah, Clyde apparently had a seizure a couple minutes ago. He has them once in a while. And he ran over to 2.0 and had it. So we're just keeping our eye on him. That's why I'm looking around every once in a while, making sure he's okay. He gets them every once in a while. Like, he knows they're coming, so he'll jump up into someone's arms and have it, and then he kind of like is a little woozy for a bit, but then he gets back to normal. Yeah, I talked to Null about minting coins. Guys, it's funnier as a joke, I think. Also, I never want to be put in a position where I feel like I'm taking from people. And doing the Clyde coin thing, I mean, kind of feels like I'm taking from people. Even though you guys like say you're willing to buy it, I feel like I'm taking advantage of that. So, just saying. Agent Ruski says, Review Bruh has his own segment a week on shortwave radio. Be a man, get the actual radio. Well, yeah, there's that too. Oh, Eric says, I was going to ask about that. They do circles. Keep an eye on him. Yeah. No, he's okay. Clyde, you doing okay, Bubba? Yeah, he just, when it happens, he gets a little zonked out. He's tired. Nicholas Taylor says, you want to breed me, conservative? That's pretty much what The Handmaid's Tale is, really, at the end of the day. If you guys have never seen this meme before, I think it is 100% accurate. Where is it here? Hold on, I gotta find it. Yeah. This is The Handmaid's Tale 100%. 100% I think it's The Handmaid's Tale. And it's this right here. And it's like, this is exactly The Handmaid's Tale, and it's how I imagine it, the women who want to see it. It's like, you want to rape me? You want to imprison me, put me in a costume, and have high-status men impregnate me. And the woman over here is like, what? Yeah, this is pretty much how it looks to me. Yeah, that's the way I understand The Handmaid's Tale at the end of the day. Yeah, it's a fetish. Like I said, these women have a rape fetish, so take your hugs from me and give them to Clyde. Yes, give Clyde all your hugs. Give all your Clyde hugs. Yes. Securities fraud, Sean. No. Yes. That's it. I want to be defrauded by my favorite, the person I follow. I want to be defraud me harder, daddy. The pump and dump is in. Yes, that's. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh my gosh. Rusty says post-ictal Clyde, poor thing. He's okay. He'll be all right. Thank you guys for caring though. He's a good boy. Ashley says A Handmaid's Tale, yeah. Peter Key says they fantasize of receiving child support payments. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Time for Clyde coin to rival Bitcoin. Well, speaking of Bitcoin, chat, holy cow. Bitcoin is going, as the Germans say, auf der Mond. It is going to the moon. Holy cow. It is going, chat. You guys have not seen Clyde. Bitcoin is at $87,000. I mean, it took off like a rocket. And if you want to see like the 5-day, look at the 5-day going back. Like it was, it was at 76,000 on Saturday, and today it's up almost $10,000. It was almost $12,000. It almost got to today. It almost got up to 89.5. And I mean, just look back at the 1 month. Going back 1 month. A month ago, you could buy a Bitcoin for $62,000. And just look at this return. Just look at that. Just look at the rocket go. Look at the rocket go, chat. Look at the year to date. 1 year, 5 year, and then the max look back window. I'm not telling you to buy, guys. I'm not telling you to buy crypto. I'm not telling you to buy crypto. Make your own financial decisions, but I think it's an indicator of things to come. The economy is taking off. People are very happy. They're optimistic. Money is flowing. Yeah. So gold needs to correct. Yeah, but that's going to take a lot to happen. And Torgo the White says, Suffer fiat currency. Suffer. Matty B says, I'd short Bitcoin right now. I don't know how much you'd want to short it, because I could see it bouncing really hard and just going even higher. I could definitely see that. So I would not recommend that, chat. Make your own financial decisions. I am not a financial advisor. I am not involved in that. I make no money off Bitcoin, but I do think it's hilarious that it just took off like a rocket ship in the past week. Eric says, what's one Bitcoin worth right now? One Bitcoin is worth $87,369.59. This is the value of one Bitcoin right now. 87 grand. Yes, hedge your risk wisely. If you don't know how to do that, do not risk your money. Yeah, optioning crypto is super dangerous. That's like optioning stuff on Forex. You will lose your ass. I only trust Clyde Coin, yes. But is Clyde telling you guys to buy Bitcoin? Yes. Maddie B, I agree. We might be in one trough right now, but there could be others. I hate Yankees for $5. Well, do you mean like me as a Yankee, like a Yankee capitalist, dirty capitalist pig dog, or like the New York Yankees? Because then we could be friends. Says for $5. Ethan Ralph is U.S. ambassador to Mexico until they agree to pay for the wall. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Fractal Fail says he's going to go short some oil futures. Like, I don't know right now. That's going to be very volatile. I don't know if I would do that. Drive Me Closer says, unlike crypto or gold, helium is actually a limited and irreplaceable resource. Well, what? Not until we start mining in the stars. Remember, chat. The stars are humanity's birthright. It is for us to take them and claim them. So we'll get all the helium we need. Yeah. Yes, content are right. You're gonna pay for. Oh wow, Bish. What do you think about that, Bish? Yeah, that would be funny. Although Ralph could do it. I mean, he's down there. He has been living there. There's gold in the sky. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Frack the moon. I don't know if there's anything worth fracking on the moon. That would be funny, though, if they start trying to frack the moon or do, like, mining on the moon. And people get all mad. Like, you're destroying the moon's surface. You're disrupting all the moon dust. I guarantee there are people who would complain about it. Oh. Pirate Tomsky says, yes, I'd have CoffeeZilla investigating you in no time for Clyde Coin. Yeah, I bet he would. I bet he would. I bet he would. We're 100% going to mine the hydrogen on the moon. Is there hydrogen on the moon? If there is, interesting. The moon has a ton of helium-3. It does? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We'll be mining helium off the moon. They did blow up the moon multiple times in tests, including using a space mortar. Oh. So, yeah, helium-3 for fusion, yes. Helium-3 mining on the moon is a plot for a dozen sci-fi novels. Yeah, I guess I've never read those ones, or I forgot about it. So, but remember, chat, the stars are humanity's birthright. It is our manifest destiny. It's truly meant where we are meant to thrive. We can't get to the moon. Not with that kind of attitude. We will, though, chat. By God, we will have our home again among the stars. So, yeah, all the Russian and Chinese shit on the moon clutters it up. Well, that's the thing. You can salvage all the damaged spacecraft on the moon. Yes, out there is a new world. Out there is our destiny, yes. Yes. Oh, so you think the moon exists? Oh. You sent me a DM with an Elon quote that's pretty funny and a smart thing to do. All right, what did you send me here? Okay. Okay. Wow, okay, this is interesting. Let me see here. Is this really... Did he really say all this? Elon Musk, what did he just say? Where is this? I'm trying to find the actual quote from him. So here, okay. So basically, Elon says all the actions will be posted online for maximum transparency. Anytime the public thinks we're doing something important, let us know and we won't cut it. We're also going to have a leaderboard for the most insanely dumb and the biggest tax cut. That'll be hilarious. That'll be hilarious if they do it that way. 9:13 p.m. Okay, let me see here if I can find it. Okay. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Will you do the fandango? Yeah, if you guys ever send me tweets, send me the link for them so I can hit them up quicker. Because now I gotta see where this bad boy is. We're getting there. Hold on, chat. See if I can have it in his own words. All right, hold on here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is it, chat. Thank you, Debbie, for sending this our way. So here we go. Oh my gosh, chat. We're gonna end on this here. We're gonna end on this here, but this is funny. This is funny. So we will also have a leaderboard for the most insanely dumb spending your tax dollars. This will be extremely tragic and extremely entertaining. That is funny. So now this is an actual thing. This is an actual grant done by the National Institute of Health for $173,000. Developing and testing a stigma reduction focused on gender affirmative mobile health program to engage Chinese transgender women in HIV prevention via promoting their mental and sexual health, HIV self-testing, and the use of HIV and gender-related community medical resources. Oof. I didn't realize that there was a problem of trannies in China getting HIV. That's a big enough problem. They need to research it. Yeah, I was about to say for all three of them, like how many paused out trannies are there in China? Like that's a thing. Yes, the name of some sorts, right? I've paid taxes for things you wouldn't believe. Lobsters on treadmills. The glitter of trannies in the forbidden city of Beijing. Yes, it's a huge problem. It's where COVID started. Yeah. Yes. Trump will end their funding. Yes. Sorry, Chinese trannies. You're on your own now. Total Chinese tranny. Total tranny death. Angela, we're talking about Chinese trannies that are getting HIV apparently, and there's money to cover it. What's happening? Lobsters on treadmills. Yeah, there was a thing about lobsters on treadmills. I remember that. That's why I remember that one. What's that? Yeah, no, I've been checking him. He's just laying down. I think he's relaxing. He's just been through it. It's typical Sean stream, yeah. The turtle on a treadmill video was great, though. Yes. So. Oh, chat. All right. So there we go. We are all caught up now. Now we're just being goofy. Now we're just being smart asses. Oh, what is this here? Oh. Let's see here. Can we speculate who is giving them all HIV? No, we can't, and we will not. We will not. No, Napa chat. So, Insurrection Barbie. Cutting things are payments to dead people. That's always a good idea. Money to Pakistani gender studies things. Yes. Boosting Egyptian tourism. And makeup classes for trans people in the Middle East. Yeah. Yep. Those are all funny. I skipped your legitimate Asian fact. What did I miss? Where is here? Hold on. Oh, the overflow effect of killing all the girl babies during the one-child policy. Yeah, that does create an issue of like, well, there's any port in a storm. One child only has caused a lot of problems for the Chinese. And it probably wasn't worth it in the end because they sealed their fate by doing it. And then, oh, wow, arson investigator. Coming in at the top rope with the red boy here for $99.99. It's like I'm sitting here pretending to be Hitler. 9999999. Says, I'll catch the replay per usual. Trump is making liberals cry. Good enough. Yes, I agree. At the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. Part of the reason why I voted for Trump was to watch people lose their fucking minds. I mean, if they can't fix the government, we may as well get something out of it. And high-grade trolling, if my tax dollars go towards trolling the other half of my country, my fellow Americans, is that really a loss? It's still better. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. It's better than $20,000 hammers and $100,000 toilet seats. So, Angela says, oh my God, that was dumb. Oh, come on. That was good. That was good. Oh, that was good. I tried. I went high grade mean tweets. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna do as much tweeting this time around. That'll be hilarious though. Now it's like Twitter can't take his tweeting away because they'll be like, this time around, Twitter's like, yeah, with him. Oh. Let's see here. What do you guys got? Yeah, Wrestler Town says, don't the Chinese know that civilized nations delete the child before birth? Yes. Yeah. Eric with a K says awesomeness. Yeah, wave of the checkered flag. I think we're done here. Chris says sleepy time for me. Yeah, it's getting there. Anyway, guys, thank you all for being here tonight. This was kind of a new one. I want to try in a little bit of a new format. Tell me in the comments below if you liked the intro. Like I said, I did a little, I put that together myself, so I did some editing, and I'm not Alyssa, but I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, if you guys are also new, please like and subscribe. Like I said, we don't do these every night, but if there's stuff to talk about, we will. Otherwise, we do a Thursday show with our normal legal stuff, and tomorrow we'll be back to doing normal legal content. And then, yeah, we'll just be keeping updated on this as we'll do them regularly as we get there. I mean, we might just do these like every Tuesday and every, I don't know, Tuesday and Friday or something like that. And just as things go, we are going to get more and more and more and more things. There's going to be lawfare. Guys, remember, Mark Elias and the Democracy Docket, they haven't gone away. They've been quiet. They're preparing. The battle is just to begin. There's going to be all kinds of happenings going forward. So hang tight and stick around, chat. Get good. Well, I'll try. So, 10K views says missed the intro. Next time, we'll just go back to the beginning. You can watch it. So, guys, thank you very much for being here. And yeah, I won't want to say something corny like "God bless America," but this is we are living in interesting times. Appreciate it. You are living in some pretty historic times, and normally you don't realize it until after the fact. But right now, you guys are living in the middle of some really historic shit. So, how you feel one way or another, it's still very historic, and you can put yourself on the page of history, maybe. Not in a bad way, though. Don't go climb a bell tower. Don't do that. But you can put yourself in the history books other ways. So, good night, chat, and take care. Good night, you guys.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law.
Yes, that's it for tonight. We're done. It's 11 o'clock, guys. Good night, chat.
Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops. Even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. But please talk to a local attorney.